How you doing?
Oh, beautiful, man.
Yeah? Spectacular? How is everybody doing today? Hey, guess who just joined, Fernando?
Who?
I'll give you one guess.
John.
Yeah, guess who just came on? Yeah, you do. Come on, man. Let's hear it.
I can't.
No, you got to. You gotta cut a promo.
Oh, okay.
Come on, man. Stop doing poo-poo.
Sorry.
See, this is what I'm talking about, guys. You always act like Fernando's always like Captain Cheery. Here you go.
Hi guys, welcome to the show. Today is brought to you by MorelHiFi.com. And you wonder, what's MorelHiFi.com, right?
Well, I'm wondering.
If you want to know more about MorelHiFi.com, you can find them here in Instagram on Morel_America. Yes, you will find out all about speakers, sound treatment. I'm gonna say in sound treatment.
Good call. Good call.
Sound treatment. They have 3 different types. Okay, so beautiful. I love that.
They have a beautiful type. Okay.
They have a beautiful type of sound treatment.
They have a skinny, beautiful type.
A skinny, thick.
They have a thick, beautiful type.
Ooh. I
Yeah.
love the thickness. And
And they have some foam
they
rings.
have foam rings, exactly. I forgot what they call.
It's okay. It's
Yes,
okay.
but they beautiful. So check them out. And
Alright.
if you want some speakers, amplifiers, they have a Class AB amplifiers. MorelHiFi.com. Go find them.
Okay, so I'd like to say hi to Mesh Band. Mel, I hope that we get to see you next week. Yes, we are gonna have.
Congratulations to Mel. Man.
Yeah, Mel did. Jeff just comments I like him thick. Hi, Jeff. I was going to call you a minute ago, but we figured it out. So I didn't have to call tech support. You can imagine why I might want to call tech support. Yeah. Anyways, thick and saucy. Hi, guys. How you doing? We're back in the Bay. I'm back in the Bay. Fernando took Saturday off. I took the time off to go to the CMAs. I hope you guys have been hope you guys have been having a good weekend so far, or good week. Today's Tuesday. Hopefully, the week has been going wonderful. And yeah, that's what we got today.
We have a piece of scrap on ABS, something really small.
Cheery. Anyways, put in this car. We just had to come in. Fernando started on Monday. I came in on Tuesday. It's a Gladiator. This is actually the 3rd and final edition of this Gladiator. We've had it in before. We added in this sound bar right here. Previous when it was in here, we made these cool panels for him. And at one point, we put some subwoofer underneath here. So I think we did subwoofer first. Then we did sound bar. And now he's in to finish it all off. I sliced my finger too. I did this at the show because I didn't have a razor knife, so I was using the wrong thing as usual. And so we added a 4-channel marine amp underneath here. We have some of the Ground Zero SPL. I think they're like yellowbacks or greenbacks. And then the C3s. We had already put the C3s in here. So we have a 4-channel amp. 2 channels on there, 2 channels on there. And then, of course, we added the High 10. Yeah. Woo. Look at that. It's so cool. One of the cool features about the High 10 that is unique to Dodge, and I really like it. I'm going to turn it on here. And that is you actually get to keep your factory high-res camera. All these Chryslers, well, I take that back. Mike, who was on here earlier, doesn't have the high-res camera in his, but this does. Oh, hold on, I gotta start the car. All right, let's start the car. There we go. Now we can get the camera to come up. There we go. So we gotta keep that high-res camera. We gotta keep the dynamic parking lines. These are attached to the actual steering wheel. As you see, I'm turning it. And then we can do the off-road overlay on it. So we get to see all this cool stuff here. So it also has 3 other camera inputs. So we can do a front camera, and we can do 2 side cameras that they have the cool new JL kit for, so that's pretty cool. But you get to keep your high res because it comes through the HDMI, which the other cool side effect of that, oh look, you can see the tires turn. Look at that. Look at the tires turning. One of the nice things, you don't actually lose the HDMI input, so if you did want to do HDMI input for something, it knows the difference between camera and not, so it actually comes with a switching module that switches between camera and not. Yes, Mike, it does suck so bad. Mike was ready to trade in his car, guys, when he found out it didn't have the high-res camera, and he went through all the process of trying to figure out if he could get it to work on his factory radio to no avail. So it kind of sucks. I know. Sorry, Mike. You know, if I ever get a chance to talk to somebody at Chrysler, you'll be the first reason. First thing I talked about to them. I see these. We've actually had the 3D printer. You're talking about that there. We've had it since November, but with all the remodel and stuff like that we've been doing and all the shows, we haven't had time to do anything with it. It's not even plugged in right now, and we haven't even finished putting it together because we've just been so busy with everything along with what's going on in the Bay. So I don't know. Hopefully we'll get a chance to do something with it here shortly because I spent a lot of money on it. Yeah. But please do. You bet, Mike. Anything for you, buddy. That's about it. I know, right? I'm going to post some pictures of the amp rack that we took to the CMA. They asked me to hold the pictures until after the show, so I took some pictures the Rockford amp. These guys right here. So here was the deal. Rockford sent me those amps to build the amp rack, but then I had to put the amps back in the box because I couldn't take it across the border with the amps on it. So then Automobility, Automob for short, brought me the amplifier so I could finish building the amp rack when I got there, and then we used it for training and had it up for everyone to take a picture. Chrysler should have been hit. Chrysler should take a shame on them. I agree. Hey, Bernie needs you to figure the printer out. We all need to figure the printer out. The prints will take longer than the ABS brackets you guys make. Oh, no doubt. We totally understand the time frame. It wasn't so much, so the 3D printer isn't so much for production as in like day-to-day stuff. It was more, one, to figure out the technology because we know moving forward we're going to need to know how to use tech like that. And two, if we find something that we could make as a repetitive thing, like for example in these Jeeps, we typically put the microphone up where the factory microphone is located. If we could just 3D make something, we do lots of Jeeps, mainly to make parts that would just sit on the shelf and that we would use and then reprint, but not something that we would need to get something out of the bay that day. Because, yeah, typically it wouldn't get done that fast. Welcome back. Thank you. Miss anything? Nah, not really. What's the weather? Right now the weather is nice. It's probably, what, about 80?
Yeah.
About 80. Considering yesterday morning it was 31 in Canada, and it's been 30 all week. I experienced some joy there. There wasn't any snow, which was nice, but I think it's supposed to snow there. It's to Thursday. So, did you have a chance to sing with Bernie? No, we didn't get a chance to play with Bernie. However, I shouldn't say it yet. All right, we'll just let it go. We'll find out soon enough. It's 90 Orlando, so I figure same and clearer. You know what? It might be. He would have to check. I was guessing. Is the LC7i the best way to add multiple amps to a Jeep? No, it's not.
It's 80.
It's 80. No, it is not. What you want is the Amp Pro. You have two choices. You have the Amp Pro, and there again, it doesn't matter whether you have amplified or non-amplified. So if you have a base model like this Jeep here, no Alpine, no nothing, it doesn't matter. You either get an Amp Pro or you do a Rockford DSR1 with the ART harness. Both of those will reflash the radio and give you a 6-channel preamp output. The DSR1 will give you an 8-channel preamp output with DSP. That's the Rockford DSR1 connected via AR. That's through iData. Or you have the Amp Pro from PAC. So you can go to PAC. What is it?
PAC Audio.
PAC-audio.com. Thank you. Still tired. PAC-audio.com. And either one of those, you'll find the solution that you need to do that. Please do not, for the love of God, use an LC7i. It is the wrong tool for the job. Definitely the wrong tool for the job. Amp risers? Maybe. I could just call Angel and have him do that. Yes, using the interface is by far the best. Dean Fernando, can you guys put together a 2021 GMC with Bose harness? I need a kit harness. Thank you. El Fernandez, I honestly don't know the pinouts on that. Like, we didn't write them down. But Metra makes an interface for that now, so you don't have to do anything special. They make the plug-and-play harness for that, as well as the DSP. So, Barney. Why did I say Bernie? Barney. Either way. Barney. It's a dumb name. DS1 really does, yes, it does the Jeep very well. There's a couple things you can do with it that you can only do with the DSR1, like you can reprogram, which we had it on, like we talked about it not too long ago, because we did it in a Chrysler couple last week or the week before last. You could program bass as subwoofer level control. You could program the speed volume control sense as punch bass, different modes. Focal K2 3-ways or Diamond Italia 3-ways for SQ build. I have never heard the Diamonds, so I can't comment to how good those are. However, I've heard plenty of the K2 3-way sets. It's a pretty hard speaker to beat. Hey, Dean Fernando, do you guys ever have any issues with the PAC Amp Pro AP4 GM61 not turning on randomly when cycling the ignition on a 2014 GMC or GM pickup trucks with factory radio? I could say we've installed plenty of those with no issues whatsoever. That isn't to say you're not having issues. It's totally plausible. No, we've never actually had any problems. I will say this, the one thing that we've always done on those is we'd always pair them up with a DSP, which means we would always use the remote turn on to turn on the DSP and then the DSP to turn on the amplifiers. Some of the earlier Amp Pros, really the micro 10 amp relays, little tiny guys, is a good thing to add to it. Not a big 30 amp relay, just the little micro relays would be a good thing. That, or if it has a DSP, go use the end of the DSP out. We have found that we've done that before several times. I put my Morel MT 430s in a pillar. I'm committed now. There you go, man. Go crazy. What's up, El Fernandez? All right. Best way to install an amp in a 2023 Hyundai Santa Cruz with Bose. I know iData is making stuff for the Hyundais now. I don't know if it goes up that far, so maybe check iData and see what they have listed there. Otherwise, Bose is fun. So Bose, without a solution, you're going to go speaker for speaker. So that means a big channel amplifier, something like 8 to 12 channels, preferably with some form of a DSP. You don't want to do any summing because that would suck. The easiest way to do it would be power for power. So if you have, an active center, you need to amplify that whether you're going to use it or not. And then you'd have to amplify each channel that you plan on using. The reason why you always have to reserve a channel for center, even if you're not going to put a speaker in it, is because you need volume control. It's an active channel, so it's in the front, and if you don't amplify it or have control over it, you can get some really weird echo effects with the center channel not doing what it's supposed to do, and it can be bad. What do you think of Steve Mead? Fernando and him are buddies. They hit it off. They chatted up every now and then. Haven't talked to him in a while, though, have you? No. But, he's a cool dude. He's good people. We had a great time. We haven't seen him in a couple years, but we just talk to him every now and then. Yeah, he's a nice guy. I like him. Folk out for the win. Of course. I wonder why, Mike. Since I put my Morels in my A-pillar, should I try the CCR W2s in the dash since I need... Christian. I don't know. Go for it. Hey Dean, how much space do I need if I plan on putting my amp LC2I rack in a spare tire well? Will it overheat? We put, obviously you've seen us put plenty of amps in spare tire wells. Really just depends on the quality of the amplifier, I'm not going to lie, and how big the amplifier is. I mean, if you put a 3,000 watt amplifier underneath the spare tire well, you're probably going to run into some problems. However, if you do a reasonably sized amplifier, probably not. I mean, we've put underneath those, we put a lot, like 1,500 watt audio controls, and along with like 61200s and 1.8, you know, so we put decent amount of power. We even put a big Orion 2000 with a D 4.800. There again, it just depends. It just depends. Any aftermarket stereos available for a 2019 Mustang? All of them, actually. The best kit to use for that is the MFT1 from iData. So I just head over to iData. The MFT1 allows you to put any radio you want and keep the front factory bezel. So it's a pretty cool kit. Probably has factory all-pass filters. It definitely has factory all-pass filters. That's why you want to go speaker for speaker. My heroes are back. Hell yeah, I missed y'all fellas. We missed it too. Not really. I was having fun in Canada, so and I was busy. It was a lot of work. Is a Moscone AMOS worth the $300 price tag, or is there a better way for high-end Bluetooth? That's going to depend on how you plan on connecting into your DSP. Some DSPs, like Helix and stuff like that, offer a solution outside of that. However, if yours doesn't, then yeah, the AMAS is probably your best. Now, Audison also just came out with one too, so that is a standalone. And for the life of me, even though I played with them all weekend, I don't remember what they're called, so definitely want to check that out. You have to find those on AudisonEU, I think, .com or something like that, or I don't know. DS1 on a Civic 2023, no audio after installation, please help. First thing, it's 2023. Did you put in load resistors? If you don't know what load resistors are, that's probably where you have the problem. At a minimum, I would say you're going to need a set of audio control LGD greens. I don't have them. They look like this. There's a couple different companies now making them. But you need to put load resistors on those outputs from the factory radio. Otherwise, the factory radio could shut off its power. Since how you don't have power, that could be it. The other thing, too, is make sure you programmed it for high-level input. With an RTA, you could test the output. You can test the output with a voltmeter, too. So if you're playing a signal out of the radio, you could take your voltmeter, go to the input that you thought was the input into the DSR1, and you should be able to put your voltmeter on AC current, positive and negative to your positive and negative speakers that are coming out of your factory radio, and see if there's any numbers moving. It should go up and down. The output should go up and down as you turn the volume up and down. That would be the easiest way to see if the signal is coming out of the radio. Then you could go after the amplifier. Now with our IRTA2 is a 2-channel IRTA. There again, it's the tool that would allow you to figure out if that actually worked or not, because you could do high level in one channel, RCA into the other channel, plug in your iPad and see. But if you don't have one, which is fine, like I said, play, sound, digital multimeter. If you don't have a digital multimeter, I can't help you. Hello there, what can I use for amp turn on delay? Metra makes a piece called a trigger, and it does like 12 different things, and one of those is delay. So metraonline.com, or just search trigger. They probably sell them on Amazon, or you can find them at a local dealer. When ignition turns off, there's a pop. Yeah, I get that. Yep. So if you have a delay, so yeah, you could get a delay. The trigger will allow you to do that. How do I find the output wires from a factory Bose head unit? I'm bypassing the Bose amp. More than likely, you're not going to find the wires that come out of the radio into a factory Bose amplifier. Most of the time, they're done over a bus network, and it's not analog, so it's going to be some form of a bus, which means it's digital out of that radio into that amplifier, because even though they're two boxes, they're actually one box in the bus network. So It comes out of that factory radio into that amplifier, and there's no analog signal between the two. It's all done digitally. That's why things like Amp Pros and stuff like that exist, or AR, because they take that digital signal, convert it back over to an analog sound, and there you go. Now, there is analog, but it's built inside of the amplifier. So that's why we say you're going to be going after the amplifier, and you have to find out how many channels it has, and you're rocking and rolling from there. 8-channel, 12-channel amplifier kind of sucks, but that's how these things are going. Even in this Dodge, if I was to have that factory radio in there, there's no analog wires between the radio and the amp. There are two, but they don't do anything. They're non-variable because the volume is controlled via the data that talks between the radio and the amplifier. So you could find them, but they would just be fixed voltaged outputs, and you would be like, I don't even know what I'm looking at. Sorry I missed the exact setup to add multiple amplifiers to the Jeep. I was picking daughter up. All right, so you're going to either want to go Amp Pro. So head over to pack-charlie.com, pick up your Amp Pro, or you want to go DSR1 using the AR feature. You can find that over at idatalink.com or just maestro.com. But do not use an LC7i. It's the wrong tool for the job. Even if you don't have an amplified factory Jeep radio, you can use both of those modules. They will reflash the radio if you follow the sequence that they tell you to do and give you the output. So the Amp Pro will give you 6-channel 5-volt output. The DSR1 is a DSP, so to give you 8 channels of output that you can program in DSP up. MFT1 is the dash kit for the Ford. There again, maestro.com. Maestro.com. It's an iData piece. Comes in a yellow box. It is brackets and harnesses that go into the Mustang. If you go look at our Mustang videos, I know there's at least one that probably has that built into it, or we've done it, but the MFT1 allows you to keep your front fascia and use your factory knobs and all that fun stuff. Arturo, what's up? Welcome back, guys. Did you eat poutine? I did eat poutine. It was a lot. I didn't eat the whole thing. I don't know how those guys eat that stuff. You're welcome. Significant difference from interface to AMAS LD4C. All right, there you go. Mike's answering that question. If coming in to discuss plans for my vehicle isn't viable, can you tell me how I can email you? Whatever. It is spell it all out. 5starcarstereo@gmail.com. We'll get you into Paul. Paul, take a look at it, and if need be, he'll pass it on to me. Okay. All right, I'd love to stay and chat, but I got to get back to it. It's almost time for us to get out of here, and I got to do some stuff still. So thank you guys so much for playing with us today. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye. What happened? Not much, exactly. How you doing?
Oh, wonderful, man.
Yeah? Having a good time?
How can you not have a good time with a brand new car? Well, it's not brand new.
I was gonna say it's not brand new, but it's pretty new.
But this is new.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we're putting not new stereo equipment in it.
Not new stereo equipment. Hey, whatever it takes.
Yeah. Good times.
Yeah.
So what do you got going on there?
Finishing the rear speakers, the basic sound treatment. Just focusing on the back of the speaker, front of the speaker. We got our brackets, and then we'll put the fast rings, and that's it.
You gonna add sound treatment to that?
I mean, I can.
I would. It's kind of thin. I mean, I get it.
I mean, they're not doing nothing. But yeah.
Good times.
Yeah.
So those are some... Which ones are those anyways? Those are the integration, I think? Yeah, or whatever. Yeah, the base.
The base, whatever it's...
Yeah. So is that those are the old versions of it, right?
Universal.
Yeah, that's it. Universal. Hey, what's happening? Yeah. So, this stereo was actually an F-150. He has since changed his mind on the side of the fence he wants to be on. So now he has a High Country, which is a Chevy. So that's pretty cool there. And 250. This is getting all of that installed. So what that means for you and I, hang on, I'm gonna walk around here. So we put this stuff in his F-150 and he took it all out. And now we're moving on to the High Country. It has Bose. There's the Bose amp, and we're taking that out. We're using the new Access module to get the 6-channel output, which we tested earlier, and we shot a video on it, so you guys will get to see that. Pretty exciting. And in the F-150, we did this a while ago, and so he, we sold a ton of these back in the day, so he still had it because he just got rid of the car. And so this is going to go right here. If this module typically attaches to these 2 points, and we added in these, we're relocating it down to those 2 brackets right there. So those are some thermal nutserts. We'll add a screw to the top, and then the seat bolts in with that there, and all these across. This is a pain in the ass to get the seat out, which is why we're mounting the Access piece here. So once the back seat goes in, he can flip up this seat if he needs to, and we still have access to the Access DSP interface if we need to for whatever reason. I don't have to pull this whole seat off, so that'll be easily accessible. We are going to be using this DSP. We're going to leave this set to flat, which we already checked out this morning, and that turned out really nice. It looks really good, and that's about as exciting as it gets. He's got an MTI enclosure. We'll show you that tomorrow. Right now it's up front, out of the way, so it doesn't get scratched. It goes up underneath the seat here. 2 comp RTs are going to go into that, and then we're getting some focals. He's got focal 6x9s and tweeters, but we're not going to put the tweeters in the dash. We're going to swap those out for a bigger speaker, either a 2 or a 3 inch, to try to maintain some of the sound that this would have. Too bad it has Bose. Actually, it's thankful that it had Bose, because this interface, the Access interface, talks to the Bose amplifier and gives us 10 channels of output that is ruler flat, no BS. It's pretty exciting. So and we filmed the integration on this morning, so you guys can check that out. We'll get that up here in the next couple weeks so you guys can see that, unless I get a hair up my butt and decide to jump ahead on the Xterra and drive people crazy, because that's always exciting. I know how you guys like it when I skip ahead. But that's that guy there. And that's really what we got going on here today. One other thing is we're going to be adding sound treatment to the door panel here, the Stinger stuff. Yeah. You having fun?
Oh yeah. I mean, this is so much fun.
Wish they made a high 10 for that 2021 Silverado. I know they probably will. I mean, let's be honest. I'm sure they will at some point. I know they already have this all scanned for it. So at some point, I'm sure we'll see a high 10 for this. It's a lot of plastic, and I think that's part of the thing, is that this is all one big piece of plastic. So, that's definitely going to be an expensive kit. Not that they're cheap anymore. All the kits seem to be crazy as far as pricing goes. So, but yeah, no, I don't see why we couldn't get a high 10 in there at some point. The reality is that the radio tuner is actually located here behind the glove box. The radio's not up here, so you'd need a 5-foot cable that they do sell. So yeah, I think we'll see it at some point. It's got to be coming, because everyone just absolutely hates the way these things sound. It's coming.
Not really. I don't know.
I have no idea either. I'm just hoping it's at some point. We got a box yesterday.
You have a box?
Yeah, we got a box yesterday. You want to open it?
Oh, The box yesterday, yes.
Yeah, you got a box yesterday.
Yeah.
I have a knife. Here's the knife. Here's the box. Handle with care. I like that. Let's go over there. Let's go over there. Let's get this stuff out. Yeah, just set that stuff somewhere else.
And the price is?
Hi, Sue. Stop. That's it. We need that tape, man. Look at that tape. Stop or seal is broken. Handle with care. Like. The suspense is killing me. Oh, joy. Popcorn. Ooh.
That's good.
Yeah? Tastes yummy.
Oh, look at that.
It'll definitely unbind you. The PSM Pro Compact DSP. Woo, that can only mean one thing. We're going to have a live show with Brian Mitchell here at some point so we can talk all about this.
I like the box. The box is cool.
Look at that. Oh, man.
This is it?
That's the whole DSP.
Wow.
Yeah, so these little doors here all flip up.
No, I can see that. Wow.
So, yeah.
USB-C.
I think that's... One of these is iData. That might be iData, because this is iData controllable. If memory serves correctly. That is the trigger switch.
This is the output. This is the iData.
Oh, there's the iData. Okay.
I mean, it has labels.
I can't see them. I'm staring at the phone. Small and discreet looking. Yeah, I can't see them from there. All right, here we go. Yeah.
So, don't lose this.
Why would you lose that? It doesn't come off. It doesn't come off. No, it's glued into place. Don't try to. Why would you try?
No.
To, yeah. Okay, it's
Oh,
stuck right there.
it.
There's literally a little thing there to hold it
Hey,
in place.
people are gonna do that
Why would they do that?
because there's people.
Because there's people?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Auto off, on and off. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, it's got your power lights right here.
Mhm. Okay.
Yep. But the cool thing is like this is iData. So we got a small discrete DSP that will fit in pretty much anything. That's now iData capable. Looks like an OEM piece. It's pretty sexy.
Yeah.
I mean, it's made to be hidden, and all the harnesses are all on one side, which I think is awesome.
I think it's great.
I mean, so it makes life a little bit easier. I'm hoping, so we'll have to talk to him and get him on the second run of these to change this.
Why?
Because these need to be staggered. This is a bad idea. But there again, you know, they should be staggered. No, there's no question those should be staggered. They'll change. Yeah, they just don't know. But
I mean, you're not.
don't touch electric fence. Fernando touches it anyways. Yeah.
Wow.
No, there's nothing you can do, man. We've been dealing with that for years with that other one, and it's just a pain in the ass. It should be staggered. I'll talk to him about it. But no, who cares? I mean, it's pretty awesome. And we finally have DSPs that are AR compatible.
Yeah.
That are super sexy. Is that your aux input?
No, that's channel 5 and 6.
Oh, that's right. This has 6 channels of input. So you have 5 and 6 in it. So yeah, you have 6 channels of input on this, which is different than that other one. Orange should be the digital in. Digital coax. Yep, digital coax in. Yeah.
Ooh.
Right? All right.
Pretty neat.
That is pretty cool. Oh, so that's the little trigger switch. Don't lose that. That allows you to do, like, I believe when Brian explained it to me, that goes into one of these. That allows you to do triggered preset change. So like if I wanted to put it in my convertible, when the top goes up, top goes down, I could change the EQ setting if I wanted to. Yeah.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah. A lot of it's
Yeah, right there, P1, P2.
Yeah. Or you could just have a toggle switch on the dash, or so.
Toggle switch.
Okay, a magic button hidden somewhere.
There you go.
you know, either way, my point is something this small has, and it's got the full ARC DSP software built into it. So it's not like it's a scaled down version of the software.
It's a PSM Pro.
Yes, exactly. So it has the PSM software on it, which is really awesome. But look how tiny it is. It's so small. That's so crazy. Like, yeah.
So nice.
6 to 8. Fits in the palm. Yeah, look at that. Wow. Right, so everyone knows how big one of these is. So there you go. Look how tiny that is.
Do you see it? Now you don't see it.
Yeah, where'd it go? Where'd it go? It's gone. No more DSP. DSP. No more DSP. DSP. Looks smaller than the access piece in the truck. Yeah. It's a lot smaller.
It's big, yeah.
Yeah. iData isn't compatible with these yet, though, so. What's up, man? I don't know what DAC chip is in it. It just showed up. Brian is at Aggie Land competing this weekend. So what we'll do is we'll get him in, and he can tell us all about it. Mm-hmm. We'll do that at a live show, and you guys can ask all your questions, and we'll have some good fun, play with some software, see what it's capable of.
So I'm guessing the instructions are coming on the website?
Yeah, they're probably downloadable instructions.
Okay.
Yeah, it is a pretty cool phone cover, right?
It is.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
So we got the PSM Pro. We'll play with that here shortly. Pretty excited.
It is pretty cool.
It is pretty cool. Yeah, just set it right there. Get rid of that box. Good job, Fernando. You didn't break it.
See?
And it did come in with a bag, so you didn't get to rip the bag.
Dang it.
Dang it, I know.
Yeah.
Hi, how you doing? So for those of you guys that caught the beginning of this and you were like, what is the access piece that we're putting in to integrate into the Bose system? Here's the box here. The part number on it is AXDSPX ETH1.
Show it to them.
So that is the part number, and Fernando would like me to show you the actual picture. So there you go. There is 19 and up Ethernet DSP package. Yeah, no, that is pretty exciting. I mean, it's a 6 to 8 that's that small with triggers, and the fact that it's a 6 to 8 it's that small, which is really, really cool. Let's be honest, that's pretty awesome. You can do a lot with it. Yeah, but that's gonna be fun for sure. Today is Thursday. You know what that means, Fernando?
Today's Thursday, yes.
Today's Thursday.
Closer to the weekend.
It is closer to the weekend, which I could use a day off, I'm not gonna lie. However, tonight...
You have 5 days off.
You're silly.
I went
5
to
days
Canada.
and worked my butt off.
Oh, come on.
You're the one that had time off. We'll catch that right there.
Yeah.
That was falling. Tonight is Thursday, which means you can catch me over on the Hi-Fi Vegan Network. We're going to be talking about something car stereo related, as well as Side Jag after that. We're talking about movies, fun and excitement. So that'll be tonight. We're looking forward to that. It ought to be pretty cool. Mm-hmm. I don't know what topic he's going to throw at me tonight, but I'm sure it will be interesting as always. You got anything else you want to add?
That's it. No, I mean, hey guys.
That's all we got.
That's what we got today.
All right, well, that's Thursday for us. It's been 5 minutes of 5-star. Thanks so much for tuning in. This might have actually been a 5 minutes of 5-star.
This is, yeah,
it's pretty exciting. All right, guys, have a great rest of your day. We'll see you tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock for the news on Dean and Fernando's Car Stereo Clips.
Right.
See ya.
What are you working on?
Oh, I'm making some custom pieces for this dash that we're working on. This is our next big build for today.
Big bill.
This is a big build.
What kind of big bill?
It's going to be our latest sound quality. I think it's going to have like 415s or something in it.
415s in here?
Wow, you had to just go show it to them already.
Yeah.
The whole point of April 1st is to let the build up to the unbelievable part.
Well, I mean, you can still put 415s in there.
No.
Why not?
Yeah, no, that's not going to happen.
Toronto.
What's that?
Toronto's in the house.
Toronto is in the house. There we go.
What's up, guys?
So, but yeah, I have to make a new bracket.
Is that an iData kit? It looks like an iData kit for sure. Yeah.
Yep. There we go. Look at that. That's some custom stuff right there. That's a...
What is it?
I don't know. It's custom. It's all that matters. It's just all custom. So let's make that a little bit bigger so that it actually slides in. You know, if you're copying and pasting something in one of these graphic programs, if it's command copy and command paste, if you hold shift command paste, it'll actually copy the thing you're trying to recreate over and top of itself. So in this case, we needed 2 circles, one big, one small. So if I just copy the circle and then copy it into the same space using shift command V, I can resize it and it'll stay centered, so I don't have to sit there and waste time. Because usually when you copy something, it appears way the hell over here, and then I gotta line it back up, which is kind of stupid. If I just hit shift command V, you don't even see what happens. But if you look over here in the layers tab, you see the new blue layer right there. So, and then I can just delete it if I don't want it, because we don't want it to cut twice. That would suck. Alright, so we're gonna export this out. SVG export.
Hey, Paul called me and say you guys can take the rest of the day off.
Actually, he told me that we're gonna be leaving early today, which is kind of strange. I thought it was an April Fool's thing as well.
Probably that's what it is.
I mean, it could be. I mean, let's be honest. Wouldn't be surprised.
Vancouver's in the house.
It's not like we can leave early anyways, because we got a live show to do tonight. But we have a lot of fun stuff we need to get done anyway, so...
When is Cocoa Puffs going to be in the show?
Cocoa Puffs?
Yes.
Who's Cocoa Puffs?
Mary Lou's Cocoa Puff.
Oh, I don't know. She's on vacation. I figured she'd come up today. Because she usually just randomly drops by. I figured she'd definitely come by today. Alright, so look at that. Finally have some use for those excessive amount of tweeter hole pieces that we cut out.
Can I just copy and copy and copy?
Yeah. That's how you keep adding to something. If you just copy.
Do you hear about a new 45-inch kicker sub?
No, I was going to tell you about. So you got to kind of. All right. Do you know how to use one of these camera phones?
I don't know. I never done this before.
So sad. Here, let me see this, because your kid's about ready to explode up there. So go see what Goofball wants. Because he always. What I was going to tell you guys about is a new product from one of our most awesome show sponsors. That is Morel. Morel is coming out with the new Carbon Nano 15-inch subwoofer. That's right, a 15-inch Carbon Nano. Ooh, this is going to take 26 seconds. All right, let's hit go. Ooh. So, you'll be able to mount it in door panels, side panels of cars. It's 0.7 inches deep. I mean, it's got a 5.1-inch voice coil, that cool carbon cone that goes on the top of it. It's going to be amazing. It's got a 1.5-inch surround. That's right, Carbon Nano 15 from our friends at Morel. It's going to be awesome. The picture I showed you this morning of the new Carbon Nano 15 that Morel's coming out with.
This morning?
You realize today's April 1st?
Yeah.
Man, you're like a box of rocks. This guy is...
I don't know what it is.
Literally April 1st. The whole show today was April 1st.
It's really?
My God.
I have no idea, man. Seriously.
This guy is just here.
I'm just living.
You're living your worst life by dragging me down. I was looking at you.
Hang on, I'm trying to switch it. See, I don't know how to switch it.
Well, by all means, make sure it's aimed towards the floor.
Okay.
Anyways, make sure you head over to moralehifi.com and check out their full line of awesome stuff. This guy, I swear.
That's why I don't appear in videos.
Because videos appear in all the videos.
Unfortunately.
Man. I mean, spent all morning coming up with the Carbon Nano 15, and you ruined it in
Oh,
5
really?
seconds just because you don't pay attention to anything.
I have no idea.
What do you mean? We literally talked about this before we started the show.
You never talk about nothing like that.
Man, I
You
swear
say
to
you
God.
want to do something like...
Yeah, and then you ruined that in 5 seconds.
Yeah.
This guy's gonna think that they're coming out with the remagnetizer.
What?
Yeah, exactly.
What is that?
I'm not gonna tell you. You'll have to find out on Facebook later today. You know, and all the cool tools that people talk about because it's, you know, April 1st. Hey, make sure to tune in tonight. We won't be doing anything April 1st stuff on the channel. We'll just be doing cool question and answer. Because, you know, don't want to make it too tough. So what we did is we cut out this at 1/4 inch. So here's the first piece we cut out at 1/4 inch. Nothing special there. It's gonna go in. This is gonna come up from the back side. Now what we're doing is 25 seconds. We're gonna, oh, hold on. Let's cancel that. Ooh, it's a good way to catch this on fire. We're gonna cut out an 1/8 inch piece to go around the back side. So we'll be able to, 13 seconds, much better. So that 1/8 inch piece will go on here, so when we put it up through, ooh, it's so fast. Let's fire up the router, get some drills, cut some holes, get a hole saw, or we're just done now. It's cooling down. MorelleHiFi.com, place to go. You know, they just did a write-up on the 4-inch. I don't know if you follow them here on Instagram, but they just did a write-up on the 4-inch that we had the pleasure of doing the video on, as well as, so there you go, 1/8 inch thick. All right, so that one's gonna go like this, and it comes up through here in the bottom, like that. Now we'll put the screw on it. So this radio we're putting in this truck is a Sony, which uses a USB-C. More and more manufacturers are switching to USB-C, like the new Kenwood 958. Some of the Pioneers are all USB-C now. So we're just starting to see USB-C adapters become available. So we're still like kind of scurrying through the Chinese, not that that's bad, but just the random USB-C adapters that are available to us. So here we go, we have USB-C mounted in place. So exciting. We talked about this the other day when we were looking at some clean wire stuff. Somebody put up a radio and we were talking about the Sony L chassis. It's not really an L chassis, it's a top. So Alpine's is the L chassis, it comes towards the bottom. This is a top mount chassis, but as you can see, it's hollow on the bottom, which if you want to tuck up all your cables and stuff into that, you can. This is one of the first videos we shot, was how to actually make this dash kit work in this car, because they suck so bad. What do you think, flush out like that? You want to keep it flush like that or go in further? I think she's going at least one more click. The right tool for the job, painter's tool. It's great for these old Fords. It gets in there and you can lift up the whole panel. There we go. That's gonna look a lot nicer. Much better. Yeah, a little bit sunk in there, looks cool. And then we can plug in our USB-C. Get rid of the bread twist ties. Who doesn't love bread twist ties? They're the best. Sony, actually, this little clip here in the back is for a zip tie. If you didn't know that, that's actually what that's for. Most people won't ever use it, but it's there. Sub video. No backup camera. This radio will take when we're just not doing one. You okay over there, man?
Yeah.
Yeah? You're awfully quiet.
Where are you guys located?
Clearwater, Florida, right across the street from the original Hooters on Gulf to Bay. Alright. This multi-million-dollar job is almost done. See, that was a play on it's April 1st.
Alright, what is your opinion on the Morel Ultimo sub, and what other options do you recommend for SQ subs?
The Ultimo sub is an amazing subwoofer. I believe I own one here somewhere, 5.1 voice coil. We put 2 of those in the Helix build we did, ported enclosure. Sounds amazing. I'm sorry, not Helix, but Brax. Put 2 in the Brax system that we did. Amazing subwoofer. Sound quality subwoofer, believe it or not, some of the most underrated sound quality subwoofers that, where's the 7? That like most people don't even think about when it comes to like, holy crap, they make a subwoofer, is Focal. Focal makes an amazing line of subwoofers in both the Kevlar, so you have the Kevlar, which is the K2 subwoofer line, phenomenal. There is a Flax subwoofer, and then there's a Utopia M 10-inch, which is, most people that use it will say that is the finest subwoofer they've ever used. So, you know, if you're looking for that side of things, like you're willing to spend a bunch of money on a subwoofer, that's worth it. You know, Focal makes awesome stuff. It's basically the same stuff they use in their home cabinets, which are incredible. So you have that to contend with. There's a ton of other esoteric subwoofer brands out there that are non-big name that are pretty awesome, but I really can't, I don't know them all because there's way too many of them. But if you're looking for something like that, then yeah, definitely check those out. But the Morels are fabulous. I love them. We obviously don't get to use them as much as we'd like to because they come with a pretty hefty price, and it's not for everybody. It is for everybody, but it's not for everybody, you know? Mainly because the price scares people. All right.
Dean, how much did you enjoy Toronto last week?
Dude, I had a blast in Toronto. It was great. I wish I would have been able to see more of Toronto, but we were just so busy with the show that I didn't have time to get out and really do anything other than the show. So like if I had any oh man, it's just because we didn't get to go out and experience. So I mean, literally it could have been in any place in the world, but the people were what made that show so awesome. Is that everyone that came out to the show that I interacted with was like some of the coolest people that I've ever had the pleasure of dealing with. This is twice now I've been overseas for car audio, and it's so refreshing to go to another country, meet people from these countries. And grant, I get it, it's just Canada, it's like America Light, I get it, but still, it's a different mindset. And just to talk to these guys, and they were so happy that we all came out there and helped put on this show. And they weren't afraid to show us how happy they were, which is, you know, it's like they didn't take anything for granted. They sucked up as much information. You know, it's like, hey, you can come into the booth and ask me questions. We say that all the time when we go to these shows, and very rarely do we get people that'll come into the booths, right? And be like, hey, I want to ask you a question. I mean, every now and then, but like, dude, they put me up in a 10x10 corner of a booth. They bought me a banner, had a banner put up on the wall, and yeah, guys were coming over, and I was talking with people, and they were asking questions. And you know, the number one question that we always get asked is two questions we get asked all the time is, are my shoes comfortable? Which is yes. And 2, you know, how long does it take you to build an amp rack like that? And it's a whole process. So, you know, explaining the process of how we build the amp rack and whatnot is what a lot of that conversation is about, which is really cool. But yeah, no, these guys in Canada it was awesome. I hope we get to do it again next year if they do it again, because it was super fun. And even if we don't, like, I think I might just go just because I had a good time. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, let's turn that down before Instagram goes all crazy on me. Yeah, there you go. So Sony's in. Why did the clock go crazy on me? That was weird. Not that. Daytime. That was strange. Hour is 11. Okay. Alright, so we're good. Doesn't ask us where we live. Alright. Okay, there we go. That's the right time. If you guys like super easy to use, like I know a lot of guys like, I want a million features in my radio. Get it. But if you want something that is like a lot, like you don't want the radio to be in the way of what you're trying to do. You just want to get in and hear it. Sony, like, they make some of the easiest to use, high quality radios out there. Let me grab a lightning cable. You have your phone?
No.
Where's that?
Sebastian has it. No, it's in the bench. Thanks to Tom for the feedback. Audio Sense seems to be back on up to in Toronto.
Hold on.
You met them?
Hold on. It says, thanks a ton, not thanks Tom.
Thanks a ton.
Thanks a ton. Thanks a ton for the feedback. Car audio scene seems to be back up, back in the up and up in Toronto. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. We had a good time. I mean, I wish Fernando could have been there. He was in spirit, and he wasn't in PowerPoint. So, that was cool. Enable wireless CarPlay.
Sure.
Yeah, let's go for it. See if it works. Da, 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 da. Hey, look at that. Wow. It's doing its thing. Yeah. So, yeah, a couple radios allow you to do things a couple different ways. Like for this case, we plugged in and it auto-connected CarPlay for us. So now we can unplug the phone and CarPlay is connected. Another way to do it is obviously through Bluetooth. And for those of you guys who don't know, if you press and hold this. What's the weather like today?
Should be sunny today. Daytime temperatures will hover around 83 degrees.
Ooh,
with
83.
around 69.
There you go. For those of you guys that live in the cold, 83. That's what it's going to be. Will Chevy get rid of CarPlay starting in 2025, affect industry in a positive way with more kits and interface? You know, I saw that yesterday. Honestly, I thought it was more of a April Fool's kind of thing. Because let's be honest, like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, I feel that's an April Fool's. Because it's way too stupid of a move for them. Because let's be honest, alright, and this is my thought, you can agree to disagree, of course. Mm-hmm. I feel more people care about their phones than their cars.
Okay.
And I don't just, okay, so check it out. Whether it's like this is a 13 Pro Max, we know that this is going to get changed out for a 14 or a 15 or whatever it is. That's the natural thing. But this system that I have my hands on, whether it be an iPhone or being Android's the same way. I feel that this device is way more important than the car you drive. And if you're gonna, it's gotta be. You spend way more time with that phone than you do your car. You make sure that thing is charged. You make sure that it's on point. You clean it. You buy cases for it. You shine it. When was the last time you washed your car?
Last week.
Before that?
Yeah.
Last year,
yes.
2022.
Sure.
Okay. My point is that this device here is more attached to us than our car will ever be now.
I mean, it's more attached for sure, but it's not more important.
Why wouldn't it be? Depends where you live. Not everyone needs a car. Like, I mean, I put, what, 15 miles a week on my car?
Yeah, but like, that's not even...
I'm just saying, though, but when I
you
get in my car...
You don't even drive your car to Tampa. You're rather to take the girl's car.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to drive it.
No, but my phone, I wouldn't leave the house without it. I don't know, that's just my thought. There again, you can agree to disagree. It's perfectly cool.
Yeah.
Which power base was more present, overwhelmed counter in Canada? Their product line seems pretty good. So Powerbase is in Canada. I thought it was Importel that deals with them. It's either Importel or Gemsung. I think it's Importel. And they had a huge booth there at the Canadian thing. Like, they had all their stuff there. So, in there again, you got to remember, when it comes to brands, like, why are brands popular? Why are brands good? Because either two things. One, the manufacturer is all up in your crap telling you how awesome they are, which smaller companies like that just aren't going to do. Or two, dealers are promoting the hell out of them and talking about how cool they are and what they can do for you. So, like, I'm a big fan of Powerbase. Our guy here, Jeff Fox, awesome dude. We were supposed to have him on the show earlier this year, but just with all the shows going on, we didn't get a chance to. So we're going to definitely get him on this summer and have him on and talk about all the cool things that are going on with Powerbase. We've had him on the show before. But, like, cost-effective, badass speakers, Powerbase is one of my favorites. I will lean into that brand. Hell, the other day we had to do... What was that car? Oh, we had an Audi. We had an old-ass Audi A9 or A7. I'm not a car guy. I don't know. It was an Audi. And it had... I mean, it was like 89 Audi. Guy was just in love with this car. It's like one of 10 cars that he owns. And he's like, I want to put a better system in it. I don't drive it more than like 10, 15 miles a week. And, dude, we had in stock, which I was blown away, the Powerbase Bose replacement speaker. They sounded awesome. We put a set of those in the doors, along with some Rockford T1s tweeters up in the dash. Dude, it killed it. Might have been in the door. Either way, it's probably in the door. It was awesome. But big fan of Powerbase. I'll send the bill for that promo. I have 5-channel DSP. What is the best setup? Active front and sub and radio on rears, or passive all around plus up? So that's what we call a front stage upgrade, and I would definitely lean into the front stage upgrade. That is doing the active front and sub. I like that combination for a 5-channel amp way more than I would recommend the other. So anytime we have the opportunity to do that, we always try to, because we know we'll get a better result with it. If the radio that you have doesn't have level control for the rear outside of fader, then I would definitely, you could still use the fader, because you're going to want to gain down the rears, meaning take some of the volume away from them, just because you want to make sure that you can max out your volume on the radio's RC output section, unless it's high level, in which case it all works out in the end. But greetings, Chris from NTX Audio. What's up? Can't wait. Thanks, gents. Awesome, always. Got some Powerbase speakers in my new Stang, and it's great. You bet. Is Kip in the house? What's up, Kip? Oh yeah, there he is. What's up, Kipster? Been wanting to stop by and see what we can do in my 2021 Accord. I want crisp, clear sound all around. Obviously, it's an Accord. There's two systems in it. There's amplified, non-amplified. Both of them we can work with and do whatever you want. So, yeah, stop on by. Except for today, we're closing at 3 apparently. But I don't know. We'll still be here because we have videos to shoot. I have Haley's truck out back right there. We have some stuff we have to put in it to film, so that'll be nice. But man, I was really hoping, for those of you guys who've been here since the beginning, I was really hoping to have fun with the whole April Fool's thing with the Carbon Nano 15 from Morel. But apparently Fernando didn't get the memo that today was April 1st, and he just doesn't know how to play along. What's your opinion on 2 8-inch sundowns on a Silverado with 2-inch seat lift? Why not do 4? that would be my only thing. But no, yeah, we've done those. We've done the Bobby Gately box. I want to say it was 6s though. I think it was like 4 6s. But yeah, it's all those front firing, super big ported boxes like that. The ones that we've done have been pretty amazing. So yeah, did use big amplifiers though, which is fun to get behind that seat. Can't get an address to your location. 5-star car stereo, 2795 Gulf 2 Bay Boulevard, Clearwater, Florida. Regardless of brand, aren't all parametric EQs and DSPs the same? 10 bands of equalization, 10 bands of equalization, right? Wrong. That's not true. Because not all DSP chips are created equal. On paper, a parametric EQ is the same, okay? But on paper, a car is a car, right? Because it has 4 wheels, a steering wheel. I had this similar story the other day. A guy came in and he had a Dodge, and we were putting some 6x9s in it. He already had some 6x9s, and he had some off-brand that I'd never heard of. And he goes, oh, they're all the same, right? And I go, oh, yeah, okay, give me the keys to your Ford, and I'll pull it around. So the reality is, no, they're not all the same because there's different circuitry that goes into them that makes them different. But the basic workings of a parametric EQ is the same. Yes, you have a band that is variable, a Q that is variable, and a gain that is variable. So that is a parametric EQ by definition, but everyone's parametric EQ is different depending on how they've implemented that into their software and what chips and what routing and what topology and what all the goodies that they made it out of. Because if that was the case, we could just buy a $200 DSP and everyone would be like, this thing is amazing, and it's not the case. So there is differences, but it's usually in the build. Speaking of Haley, how is she doing? Hope she's recovering. She's doing good. She just got all her stitches, they called it a zipper, all